What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I am Jeandra LeBeauf, and I am glad to be back with Cynthia and Conte because it's fight week and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, including this past weekend's Women's Showdown.
Girl, first of all, we are twinning and we had no idea. Mock turtlenecks,
What?
Slick back hair.
I feel like it's a, what's up, G-Way in the club with my twin, we be vibing. We're going to have to start making like them kind of TikTok too, like the young girlies.
The young. All right. So I know we're very short on time, but we have so much to get to. This past weekend was a great, I think probably an exciting women's fight that it was a British fight, but Sandy Ryan versus Terry Harper. Sandy Ryan was defending her welterweight title. And sadly, remember, she had a draw against Jessica McCaskill, which we believe Sandy won. But hey, it happens. But she had such a good fight this past weekend. Girl, I was like, I already knew she was going to blow Terry Harper out of the water. I didn't know she was going to make Terry Harper and her corner quit. What did you think?
She folded her up very nicely. That was such an exciting fight. It was action-filled. It was power punching. And Sandy just had all dog in her from the minute she started. Like I was really, really thrilled. Like, I want more.
Yeah.
But I'm so sick of people who still try to say that women's fights aren't exciting. They need to watch that fight.
That was such a thrilling fight because Sandy, she's got some power. She's very nasty. Every punch she threw was nasty with nasty intentions. And I think it was the third and the fourth round, where the fourth round they threw in the towel, but the third round Harper was getting her ass beat, and it was so hard to watch because I love both of them. They're such good fighters, but man, Sandy she wants all the smoke. She wants all the titles. I mean, I heard that she wants Jonas. We don't know if Jonas is going to be back in the mix anymore. She's looking to retire, but I want Sandy Ryan versus Mikaela Mayer.
Ooh, I want that too. Mikaela, I know she wants the big fights. I think she deserved the big fights. She got cheated out of a decision or two, but that's a topic for another show. Yeah. But I would love that matchup. I think they have styles that are made for each other. Ooh. The reach, the action, the discipline. Yeah, count me in.
The only problem is Christina Poncher and a couple people said on my Twitter was they both train here in Vegas at DLX Boxing, and they both share K Karoma. So what does one do? I know coaches that have said, you know what, they bowed this out.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
I think in a case when you have women, there's so few excellent women's fights to make. I don't know. I think K Karoma would be okay with stepping aside and letting these two fight. Maybe defer over, kind of like what Freddie Roach does when he has Marvin Somodio. Yeah. When he steps aside for that, I just think it's worth it to see just for that type of a match. It just is what it is.
But do you think Sandy and Mikaela would want that? Mikaela's been with him longer. Mikaela,
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they just have to flip a coin, but there's something to be said for seniority. It would be interesting. We'll have to catch up with the ladies and ask their thoughts on it. We could definitely catch up with Mikaela, but I don't think I've never talked to Sandy Ryan before. So hopefully we get them.
When I got her on an interview at the Cosmo fight here, it was a match from Conor Ben's fight. I caught up with her and she was there obviously because she's training here, but yeah, when she told me that she was fighting Terry Harper, I was like, oh, that's a barn burner. And I told her my thoughts on the Jessica McCaskill fight because I believe she won. A lot of people thought she won, but hey, I'd like her for her to run it back, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I think those were I believe that was the best fight of the weekend for me. I'm hoping, yeah. Now on to other pressing matters because this is a very, very, very big fight week that we are going into. It's PBC's inaugural show with Amazon Prime pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. It's not Thurman anymore. If you guys have been living under a rock, it's not Tszyu and Thurman. It is now Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. Tim is putting up his WBO strap, and now they're also fighting for the vacant WBC strap. So two straps are on the line. Winner gets Crawford. I caught up with them during the media workout. Girl, let's just first of all talk about Tim and Sebastian's height. What did you say in my DM? What did it look like?
Like this, like here. This is what it looked like right here. Hey, I'm gonna fight you. It just looked like, oh, just seeing Fundora, and no matter how many times I see him fight, it never gets old. He just looks like I'm gonna age myself. What was the guy's name? Gumby on
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live, and they used to stretch him out.
yeah,
That's what he looks like because he has such a young face and just so much length. It just looks insane to see him, and it's not like Tzsyu. Tzsyu's no little small guy, but Fundora next to him, Tzsyu just looks
yeah.
cock, cock diesel, and
How
it's
how
just
was that good? How was that, Jay, again?
cock diesel. And I just don't even know. I'm trying to get a visualization of what I think this fight might look like. We know that Fundora's going to use his size to try to keep him away, but sometimes a better small man beats a big man. I think that's the saying that
David and
goes.
Goliath.
Exactly.
Classic. It was wild when they did that was the first time that they've ever faced off. And I don't even know, I think that's maybe the first time they've met each other. I'm not exactly sure, but it was just so wild seeing the height difference and even interviewing Fundora. I was like, my goodness. I mean, you guys will see the interview shortly, but it was it was just, it's kind of like a mind, it screws with your mind, obviously. And I asked him, like, did that kind of throw you off? He's like, nah, I already knew just when I saw him, I'm going to war. Nothing's changed besides the opponent. He brought in sparring partners, Mikhail Fox. I don't know the other guy's name, but they're 6'5" and they're southpaws. So they're going to be able to give, him the best sparring. And Sebastian wouldn't tell me who he sparred with. I was like, that's fine. But it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be a rugged fight. And if Sebastian can keep him at bay using his length and reach, I don't know, but I feel like it's going to be a phone booth fight for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel the same way as you. I agree. I feel like Zoo's gonna run up on him and just, pepper him to the body.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've heard ever much discussions about Fundora's pop or his just how much he sits down on his punches, but I guess we're gonna find out. We're definitely gonna find out because boy, he is just so gangly and just long and stretched out. And I'm just I'm just mystified by him every single time I see him. I don't know what to expect whenever he
No.
shows up. So maybe Tszyu got the answer too.
It's interesting when I asked him in the interview. By the way, if you guys don't know, I just dropped it 12 p.m. today Pacific. It's on our YouTube. It's Sebastian and Tim. I interview them both. And I said, do you think, what's the max weight that you're going to cap out? He's like, I don't know. I'm still growing in height. And I was like, in height? And he's like, no, I could think. And I was like, damn, because if he doesn't get Crawford now, hypothetically, I mean, he could easily move up to 168. I mean, he's at 154. And so
Exactly. How old is he?
I think 26. He's
Wow.
young. He's
Wow.
young. But and then even say he goes, some people even compare me trying to fight Joshua. I said, and he's like, not yet. He's like, maybe in time, but not yet. And I said, yeah, I go, you're still growing, obviously, but he wants to tackle this one. And they both know these are very, very big fights and they're very excited. It's just, do you know what? The stakes have totally changed. Like I said, I thought it was a fun card because there's a lot of titles online in this card. But now with this main event, whoo, I don't know, man.
Heavyweight. I don't know that I need to see him go all the way up to heavyweight. I mean, he definitely has a frame that can accommodate more weight, but how slow will that make him during the course of his career? Maybe at the most,
Yeah.
maybe because this is what are they fighting at? Middleweight?
154, super
They're fighting at
welterweight.
154. So maybe 168 tops. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. We'll just
I
have
don't
to see
know.
how his career progresses because again, he's a young and best of luck to him. He was already in the bullpen with his former fight, and so he's
Mendoza, yeah.
ready. And we
It's
shall see.
crazy enough. Brian Mendoza, who's fighting, he sparred with Tim Tszyu. So, they've chatted like, what do you remember from the fight when you knocked out Fundora? So I think it's like, the 7 degrees of separation. Everyone knows everyone, but this is going to be a good fight. Now on the co-main event, it is Roelly versus Pitbull. And what you said, a great quote, because, Roelly's Roelly.
Oh, yeah, I love that. And somebody did the mashup. I don't think Marcos Villegas, shout out to him, Fight Hub. I don't know that he created this whole mashup of clips, but it leads off with Marcos just putting him on the spot. Like, how are you going to beat him? He goes, you know what you do when a dog bites you, you put him down. So, and I mean, the sizzle reel that they created is hard. It was very hype. It had a lot of energy to it. I liked it. I thought it was dope. But how realistic is that? What if Roelly comes out of the gate and he just totally shocks us all? Because, I mean, let's be real. Isaac Cruz is not Gervonta Davis. So I know a lot of people have been giving him a lot of grief. And I still am of the belief that Isaac Cruz will remain victorious. But if he's been really quiet, and he's been minding his business, so he might be in full beast mode. We never know. When
I interviewed Roelly, because it's so funny. That's the first time I've actually interviewed him on a microphone. Usually it's just scrum, but he was just really quiet. And I even said, "You're so different and quiet, and you've changed." And he's just like, "I'm ready." But it's weird. He just kept staring at the camera as I'm looking at him. He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Well, who are you? Are you flirting with my camera?" Not even the camera person. I didn't have a camera person. It was the camera. He's just like, "Yeah."
He said he loved a camera. He loves a camera. He was like that when they did the LA press conference too. Like, I was expecting him to be a little bit more, with the bare chest and the fur coat. I mean, he had the Angry Birds fur on, but I was expecting him to be hype. But I guess when the person across from you is just like, "What do you say?" How much hype can you do? And Isaac is just coming in there to do his work. He ain't coming in there talking mess.
Yeah. So, on the heels of that, I did catch up with Leonard Ellerby. So for Roelly to keep his WBA super lightweight strap, because, Pitbull's coming in. Leonard Ellerby straight out said, "Roelly's going to knock that mother effer out." I was like, really? I go, everyone that I've talked to with the trainer roundtable, Calvin Ford, Kevin Cunningham, they said Pitbull is going to bulldoze him. Pitbull might even knock him out. And girl, Leonard was like, he don't even fight like that. Like, I get it. Roelly is Leonard's fighter, but hey, he's just like, just watch. I'm like, all right, I have no dog in the race. So I'm like, I just want the best fight. Exactly. That could be the fight of the night. I really liked what Leonard said. And he gives total props to us, girl. You know what? I'm gonna say it on our interview, because you guys are gonna see it very shortly, that he said, because I'm always praising us that we're on the Blue Wire Network, and he's like, "That's awesome." And I said, "Well, we would love a GOAT guest named Floyd Mayweather." Right. He's like, "We could get that." And I'm like, "No." And the best thing he said, he goes, he likes to drop gems, like, because he did the Pivot podcast. I go, he likes to drop gems. I'm like, he can drop Jeandra and I a diamond necklace.
Exactly. We could a tennis bracelet, anything, a necklace.
You can give us a pair of earrings, one each. So I'll take
one each. A nice purse, nice pair of shoes, size 10. I got big ass feet, like whatever.
Size 37.
But we will take the audio gems as well. We would love to have him come in studio with us and talk to him. And, we probably would get a whole different thing, because I haven't seen Floyd do a whole lot, or I can't think of any real sit down interviews with any women. We know he loves the ladies. So, hey, come sit down with us, Floyd. We want to chat. Come outside. Yeah. We want to talk to you.
At my Leonard Ellerby interview from Fight Week this week.
What's up, everyone? I'm Cynthia and Conte for the best women's boxing show, period. Leonard Ellerby, your glasses, your fit, all matching. You're in the naranja stage right now. How are you?
How you been doing?
I've been good.
Great to see you as always.
I know. Jeandra and I have been wanting to get you back on the show. We're on the Blue Wire Network at the Win.
Wow.
So,
in that studio.
Yeah. So right now we're doing Zoom because Jay's in LA. Okay. But if we have GOAT guests like Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
You heard that? Floyd.
Yes.
Kevin from Blue Wire, CEO, did you hear that? No, we would love to have him. That would be so amazing, because we're the only females on the Blue Wire Network that talk about boxing, minorities, and the other two shows are there are two men. And we're the only boxing, and then amongst like Stephen A. Smith, I got to gloat for Jeandra and I. This is big stuff for us,
No,
guys.
you guys are doing an outstanding job, and you know I've been a big fan of both of you guys' work for quite some time. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. All right, so now to the nitty-gritty. First of all, for this fight to be Amazon Prime pay-per-view, I see you on Twitter always saying, y'all don't know nothing. Y'all shut up, because you just don't know nothing about Gervonta, aka Abdul Wahid, about Amazon Prime, about PBC, and it's now come to fruition. We thought it was Thurman versus Tszyu. Have you spoken to Thurman? Because I know you were really cheering him on, and now, sadly, he's out. What happened? A bicep injury?
Bicep injury.
What happened?
It was a tear. I haven't spoken with him personally. I reached out, but we haven't connected yet. Again, it's very unfortunate. I know he had worked really hard in camp, and he was really excited for this opportunity to go out there and shock the world. I know I believed in him, and I was picking him to win the fight.
Oh, so now it's literally when I did the round table for Calvin Ford and Coach Cunningham, it was a great round table between those two. But now tables have turned. Fundora has been elevated to fight Tszyu. Straps on the line. Winner gets Crawford. That is mega. Hate to say it, it's big.
Without a doubt.
Now, we've seen Fundora, he got knocked out really bad by Brian Mendoza, who is now fighting Sergey Bohachuk on the free Amazon portion. Do you see this as a dangerous fight? So Fundora is 6'5", 6'6", looks like he's jumping you from all over, giving you 20 punches at one time, and Tszyu is a pressure fighter. They're both pressure fighters, but it's just different.
Yeah, I personally think that Tim is overlooking Fundora. I think he's on to the next big thing, and that's a terrible mistake.
Wait a minute. Why do you say that you think that he's overlooking? Is he saying things online or tweeting? I don't know.
My team, they sent me a couple things that he said, was talking about Crawford and Spence, and just kind of moving forward. Bro, you got a tough-ass fight in front of you on the 30th. That's not no gimme.
Yeah.
Fundora's a tough out for anyone. And I know he's coming off of the knockout loss, but he's mentally prepared. He's in tremendous shape. He obviously was fighting on the card anyway. And I just spoke with his promoter. They ready to go.
Just when I thought Thurman Tszyu was a good card, it got even better because now more straps are on the line. Lara's putting his strap on. I mean, he's had that strap for so long. I keep saying, there's Janabek. He's like, who's Janabek? I go, no, there he. But and then Carmel Moton. I have been saying you guys swing bout, put him on the undercard. Because people don't watch swing bout, and he's probably sometimes the best fight of the night.
Well, that part is okay. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. He's going to be on TV for the rest of his career. He's going to be
coming out of the frame. Where are you going? You're hiding. Yeah, he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's going to be around for a number of years. The key is just staying busy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, to keep on perfecting his craft, and he's young, hungry. He's in the gym, and he's getting great work. He's getting great work working with a number of top professionals,
And Floyd himself, why not?
Yeah, no, but I mean, him and Floyd are not working, boxing each other. No, he's again, he has the best team in boxing.
I should have asked him when I interviewed him, that drunk lady that stumbled into the gym. What was, I wish I have to get Carmel back. Because I'm like, is she on crack? I mean, it is Vegas, so you never know.
Right.
Happened?
Yeah.
I thought the doors were locked at the gym.
Yeah. Who knows? We see all kind of strangers kind of wandering around, so you never know.
All right, now on to more pressing matters. We saw, and we've all been posting about, we've been seeing it. Do you believe Ryan and Devin is going to happen 420? Do you think, from what you see as an outsider?
Again, I don't know. I mean, they had just asked me in my opinion. I really don't have an opinion because I've studied Ryan, obviously, for the Tank fight. Know Devin from just,
Devin.
Devin. Both are good fighters. it should be a good fight.
Brian said on one of his lives that he wasn't going to take a mental evaluation test, and New York Commission is asking for it. I did see some people say I think that's against his First Amendment of free speech, but to me, I believe if you're going to go into a fight, you know, potentially lives are on the line, I would want a fighter as a trainer, a parent, anything that my fighter is 100, 1,000%. Whether he's trolling or not, we don't know. It's next elevation of kind of trolling. Something that we don't see in our day. Do you think he should not sue? I mean, because he's looking to sue.
That I don't know. Again, I really haven't been paying no attention. I know the New York Commission is a great commission, but none of this shit would be going on in Vegas. I'll tell you that right now. Because Vegas, which is the best commission, they will call your ass in for something way less than that. I've been in and had to explain different things that was going on, you know, over the years, you know, with Floyd, you know, yeah, kind of lucky that he's not from that aspect of it.
Yeah.
That what's going on, you know, with them, that wouldn't be going on here in Vegas, because they would make a decision.
I mean, at least it's not in Texas.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Canelo Munguia. I overheard you saying you think Canelo's just gonna probably knock Munguia out. Is that what you heard? Is that what I heard? No, I'm not sure if I heard that right.
Canelo Alvarez is gonna knock his ass out cold.
You don't even give Jaime a chance at all?
Well, anybody has a chance when you step up in there.
Yeah.
But he's at an extreme disadvantage. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Canelo is licking his chops. That young fighter, he makes a lot of mistakes. And Canelo he's a outstanding counterpuncher.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be able to do whatever he wants to do, because he's fought every style there is. So there's nothing Munguia is bringing to the table that...
And Canelo's gotten better in every fight.
Yeah, and because, in my opinion, with no disrespect to Munguia, there are a lot of holes in his defense.
Do you think with Freddie in his corner that he's kind of helped him a little bit more from before the Ryder fight? The Jaime Munguia that you saw when he was training with Eric Morales, and then with the Ryder fight with Freddie Roach, did you see a little difference?
Yeah, Freddie has tweaked a couple things, and he's gotten better. He's definitely gotten better. I'd be lying if I say that he didn't, but it's not going to make a difference.
At least we're getting a Mexican versus Mexican.
No, it's huge.
It's a huge fight in Vegas.
I'm excited to be, you know, a part of the event. It's huge. It gets no better and bigger than two Mexicans with their tremendous fan base, you know, that's going to be rooting them on and supporting them all around the world. It's a mega fight. It really is.
Now, we see that David Benavidez put, with your 150, 100, 200 million that Canelo said, someone offered that, let's fight. And he said, you can do that and buy a pair of nuts. I did. Some cojones. You really, truly think that fight will ever happen?
Yes.
Well, Canelo said he can supposedly 5 more years. He totally could. But it's not like he's aging David out. Canelo's the one that's aging. David is just getting, you know, he's in his prime. He's getting stronger in his prime. So how would that even work out in Canelo's favor? I get the money, maybe Saudi, but...
No, again, people don't understand that the build-up with big fights, especially a fight like that.
Yeah.
When they fight, it'll be the biggest fight in all of boxing, and people will be tuned in all around the world to watch two great fighters go at it.
Canelo said all he brings is 25, 30 pounds. Yes, I understand David was a 2-time world champion, but at his own behest, he lost the belts for, you know, his own reasons. But is there anything that David can bring for Canelo to say, you know what, okay, maybe I respect you just a teeny bit, besides you're Mexican?
Well, Canelo is the shot caller.
He absolutely is.
Yeah, so if he says that you guys are going to fight, that's when you guys are going to fight. So you got to figure out how to get him in the ring, to do whatever it takes. I don't know if that's their way and that's their approach. I don't know if that works. I don't know. And like I told Marcos, is that if that man feels disrespected, and I don't want to insinuate that that's the case, then you're not going to get that opportunity. It's just how the game goes. And the fans and media get mad all they want to, but at the end of the day, he's the one that got to sign off Canelo Alvarez for that fight to happen.
Gervonta Tank Davis. So when I did Abdul Wahid, I'm not sure what name he's going by. I did get a glimpse of him when I was ready to chat with Calvin Ford for the trainer roundtable, and he popped in. I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey."
Oh, okay.
So,
they were in the gym.
Yeah. So you guys, he's in the gym,
Oh,
and
without a doubt.
He said June. What's that mean?
It means whatever he says.
So does that mean he's supposedly fighting Frank Martin that we've been hearing?
Again, you know,
Stop being so political.
No. Again, he's my guy,
I know.
and he calls the shots.
Yeah.
So when he wants you guys to know what he's doing, where he's doing it, he's going to tell everyone. I know, but
Can we do it in Vegas? Because I can't travel. Unless you guys pay me to work the fight.
Tank's going to make that announcement, and I'm really excited to see him back in the ring, to get out there. The fans of just. They're going crazy. I get messages all the time, phone calls, people in public I run into that they love Tank Davis. They love his style of fighting, and I'm just really excited to see him get back going.
I think we all do, because you never know, like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, it's like just add more mess to the pile and all the shit talking that they all do. I love it. I love it when Gervonta's like, suck a dick.
Yeah. Tank is different. He's a man of a few words, but when he says something, he means what he says, but more importantly is that he shows out when he gets under them lights.
I really can't wait. You guys don't get mad, because I've been cursing a lot, but it's in the context of certain things that have happened, and when I'm just saying suck a dick, it's because I'm reading what Gervonta Davis said. So don't
it's
call.
All good. I'm not offended at all. You're doing your job.
They said it's very vulgar journalism. No. Suck my toes, okay?
Yeah, right. No, again, we're just communicating. We're talking about these fighters and these fights, and it kind of is what it is.
So Amazon Prime, do you know how many fights we're going to have for Amazon for PBC?
On the night?
Well, no, in general, like PBC, because a lot of people thought PBC was going bankrupt, or
No, I know a lot of people thought that. There were certain rumors out there, and you have to take it from the source.
Yeah.
You have to take it from the source who's saying these things. There's a lot of jealousy, animosity, hatred, and it's been that way. But it comes with the territory. When you're on top, that's the kind of stuff you're going to hear. You just keep it moving.
I just want the mic drop somewhere.
Yeah, our focus has been focusing on getting these fighters and these fights up and going, and continue to put the biggest events on in all of boxing.
Ask about Roelly versus Pitbull. This is going to be a banger. I've heard a lot of people's predictions that Pitbull is going to possibly knock him out. And I asked the trainers, I go, is there a way that those two can come in with a different plan, like AKA box each other? And they said no. I'm just curious.
Pitbull is what, like 5'4"?
My height.
Yeah, 5'4". He can only fight one way.
Yeah.
He can only fight one way. We know he's coming, and Roelly and Coach Salas has a plan for what he's going to do. But Roelly's going to be able to dictate what's going on in that fight.
Yeah, you just mentioned Coach Salas because we saw that he had a falling out with his other trainer. Do you believe that with one fight, it's same thing with Munguia, do you believe with one fight they can help add and tweak to their arsenal?
Well, Roelly has an unorthodox style.
Very.
Okay, so you just have to work with what you got, and he's a very, very good fighter, and I'm happy to be working with him. And again, come next Saturday night, he knocking Pitbull ass out.
Did you hear that? Because all the predictions have been Pitbull, the little Chihuahua, as you kept, is going to knock out Roelly. But you're the first that I've heard. But hey, it's a puncher's chance. I think it's
he's
good.
Not even no puncher like that. He's not even no puncher like that. He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter, but the guys that he's faced, he's not a big puncher. He's a good fighter. Mm-hmm. He's effective with what he does, but he's not no huge puncher.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia said he'd like the rematch with Tank, and Tank gave him a fake number at the end of the presser.
What happened?
So Ryan went on a space, and they said, "Oh, I thought you and Tank were cool." At the end of the presser when they fought, they hugged it out, and Tank gave him his number allegedly, and Ryan's like, "That's whack. He didn't even give me. He gave me a fake number."
Ryan's probably promoting his fight.
Maybe, but would Tank want a rematch? Would he entertain a rematch?
Ryan Garcia needs to be focused on what he's got to focus on.
I know.
Tank didn't already handle that business.
Yeah.
Tank stopped his ass.
Yeah.
Okay?
Quit? Did Ryan quit, or did Gervonta stop him?
Gervonta stopped him.
Okay. There you guys go. People thought Ryan quit. Tank stopped him. Abdul Wahid stopped him. Does he go by Abdul Wahid? I'm not sure. I just want to be correct because, you know, they...
When you talk to him, which you're going to have the opportunity to do at his event, ask him.
It's going to be in Vegas.
I'm not saying where it's going to be, but I'm sure you'll be at the event wherever it's at.
You can hire Jeandra and I. I keep putting it out there. You're going to hire us. We're going to get hired from you guys. I'm telling you. All right, Leonard, I've taken up much of your time, but love the fit as always. I will see you fight night. I'm going to see if your predictions right. If Roelly's going to knock the fuck out Pitbull Cruz, a.k.a. the Pug, a.k.a. the Chihuahua, as Roelly said. He said a pug. Pug is my favorite. I had a dog named Mike Tyson the Pug. Roelly, take that back. All right, Leonard, get back, enjoy, and it's good talking to you. I expect you. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna say we would like Floyd to just grace us, even if he just sits there and just shows off his jewelry. I don't care.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
we'll make it happen.
He had a great interview with the Pivot. I think it was the Pivot.
Yes.
Very controversial, polarizing things he said. But
yeah, that's Floyd. Floyd don't do many interviews nowadays, but once he's an icon, and he consistently gives you jewels.
Literally, he can give Jeandra and I some jewels. We'll take one necklace each. See, Leonard, I love chatting with you. All right, guys, make sure you tune in. Tszyu versus Fundora. Roelly versus Pitbull, Lara versus Zarafa. There you go. And then we can't wait to see who Tank is going to fight. I think it's Frank Martin, but to be continued. All right, guys. I'm Cynthia Conte for the Best Women's Boxing Show. Period. See you guys at fights. Bye, guys.
I like your hair like that. You don't wear it like that very often. You look cute because it's all about the face card.
I know. You know what? I'm going to start wearing it more like this because I don't know why. Oh yeah, because of my brave hairs, guys. But yeah, Leonard, he praises us, and thank you so much for always rocking with us. We appreciate you.
We appreciate him greatly. I greatly enjoyed your interview. Leonard is a great guest. If you haven't seen our past content with him, I implore you to watch it. Leonard is really in the trenches, and as he's told us in our past interviews, that he really is down. He does all the things. You see how he gets down on social media. So any opportunity we can get to chat with Leonard, he has a lot of history steeped in the sport by being with Floyd. So we appreciate his time very much.
It's really kind when he said, you know what, I can make that happen. He doesn't do interviews anymore because he's an icon, and he doesn't need to, but for him to say, I can get you on, Leonard, we're holding you to it.
Yes, we are.
And Jeandra, what did you think when he said Canelo is knocking Munguia out? He doesn't really he kind of gives Munguia a chance, but he says he's knocking him spark out.
I agree with him, actually. I do.
You think a knockout?
I think Canelo is going to put him down, but I don't think to the chin or anything. I think Canelo is going to put a body shot on him. And he's going to fold him up.
Yeah.
And before you Munguia stands jump up in my mentions, I said what I said.
Yeah. And lastly, just to top this off, I did see on social media, Ryan, Canelo was asked about Ryan and if he should be fighting. And he said, you know what, I just want him to be well. He just needs better people in his court, whatever that means. And Ryan on social media, they went back and forth, and Eddie Reynoso is like, we're cheering for you. Just go and win your fight. And, we haven't seen that after their fallout of whatever happened. And now to see that, and now Ryan just wants to make him proud. And he says he's one of the best coaches. So that's really good to see, because Ryan needs that type of energy in his corner, whatever's happening with him, whether we don't know if he's trolling, but to hear from Canelo when he had such a public fallout, for him to say, you got this. And Peso Pluma even responded, maybe he'll walk out with Peso Pluma like Canelo did.
I love that. I do like that. I think Ryan is now, he's growing up, and he's stepping into his own manhood, all the other stuff aside. We don't know the motivation for him to disclose all that now. But he is reaching the age. He has three kids that he has to feed, and you have to tighten up. You can't carry the weight of your family on your shoulders once you get to a certain point. So, I mean, Ryan just doesn't bother me like some people. I know he's kind of polarizing for people, but I always found him to be respectful and, you know, a gentleman or whatever. So,
He's a good
he's growing
kid.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good kid. It's just he's growing up in front of everyone, and he grew up, he made social media. He was really social media star and a boxer, but back in the day we didn't have social media, so it's a totally different era. But yeah, all right, Jay. Well, I can't wait. I will be running Fight Week since Jeandra will be at home doing her thing with our socials. I will be doing the live stream
Ooh,
all
yes.
on Thursday.
Yes.
Guys. So whoever's going to come chat by me, and if you see someone else filling in for me, it's because I went to go potty. But yes.
And
but yeah,
publicists, because we know you like to watch our stuff. Publicists, managers, agents, whatever, bring them to the table so they can talk. We know you're watching this because, never mind. That's a story for another day. But go stop by the table and see Cynthia so we can talk to your fighters.
Absolutely,
Don't make us chase
guys.
you.
So yeah, make sure you guys tune in. It's March 30th, the Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora card, Roelly versus Pitbull, Erislandy Lara versus Zarafa. All their belts are on the line. And then Carmel Moton is Floyd's fighter. He's the swing belt. That kid is the future. His interview is going to drop tomorrow. So you guys tune in. Jeandra, I miss you. My twinning. Oh, see, we twinning and we didn't even realize it.
Twin, we be vibing.
Okay, Jeandra, another one is in the can. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra. Bye-bye.
See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.